Hello, everybody, and I am Rob Sagimura, and this is Gay Bear Game Cave. Today, I am playing Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're running the Tower of Babil, which is a reference, of course, to Final Fantasy 2/4. I'm playing a level 84 dancer, and we're gonna see what that and this is all about. I love this dungeon, actually, because there are so many of these like weird NPCs that you haven't seen for so long here, including Pippin. Everybody's like, I don't know, most attractive small boy. I get that he's supposed to be in the 20s or whatever, but when you make a boy, it's like the halfling thing, I guess, but look at him, he's tiny. He's just a boy. He's just a boy. So we've got somebody here who's probably new. This tank looks like they are. Let's see what their gear level is. Yeah, 82. So they're actually a little bit under geared for this, maybe. Oh yeah, it looks like they've just gotten here for the first time. So, but that's good, because in Final Fantasy XIV that means you get a bonus. So I'm gonna make this samurai here my dance partner, which is gonna give him buffs. Precast some of my dance moves. So I get up here and blast out this AoE, buff, some more AoE and buff. Shazam! There we go. Talana, some more damage and buff. I usually don't double stack, but it's fine. I just like it while the damage is up. You can see there's a lot of nonsense here. I have all the effects turned on because I just like seeing them. Let me attack you. Monster shows up. Actually, it's not that big, I guess. Small monster shows up. More dancing. I guess that is kind of the whole game. Okay. Slow-ish. I'm targeting Pippin again because the one problem with the beginning section is that when you're playing on a controller like I do, some of the click targeting doesn't work quite right in just this section. I end up targeting these NPCs before anything else. Jump! Also, you can see I'm playing a kitty. Hello, meow. Very handsome kitty. More dancing. And this is basically how the class works, is that you want to stack these AoE damage buff combos as much as you can and just really zam on them, as long as your tank doesn't pull them into oblivion. Where are you taking them? Why are you so far away? What did you accomplish by this? No, you probably know better than I do. So obviously I'm pretty new at this. This is my first video, but I did want to make sure that everybody understood that I'm living up to my future tagline, which is that I play games badly and I look bad doing it. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV since Realm Reborn launched. I have pretty much every DPS class, at least 70. I don't know how I don't know. I only play deep because I kind of like healing, but I don't like to help other people. And then tanking, I tried it in this game, and it was during a Realm Reborn when people were not nice, and they're nicer now, but that doesn't mean I have the patience for it. I used to tank a while, and you want to talk about people not being nice. I also feel like the DPS are so interesting. The only one I'm interested in really is Dark Knight, just because I like the class fantasy. Like, the Paladin armor looks good. Gunbreaker is kind of fun. I will admit that Gunbreaker is kind of fun. I've tried all of them. I feel like Paladin especially is just a bore to me. You're just a sponge. Like, your class fantasy can't be built entirely around being a sponge. That's my real life fantasy. yell. Electric yell. So if you haven't noticed already, this Barnabas boss is based off of a boss that you face inside the Tower of Babil, I believe in the Tower of Babil in Final Fantasy 2/4. Big electric robot. And you got to see earlier on where he punched Dr. Luge, who is a character in this. I don't know, the fan service is strong and appreciated. I really, that's one of my favorite games, so I really appreciated all of the references in this. Actually, it's probably time to play it again, to be completely honest. Whenever you see an arrow in marker like that, a telegraph like that in Final Fantasy 14, that means that you need to focus up on one of your allies to make sure that you help them soak the damage. It splits between all of you, otherwise they will definitely die. There's a lot of telegraphing in Final Fantasy 14, which is interesting, but also it's because the attacks tend to be punishing. So there's a lot of strategy and fight learning, timing your attacks. Oops, that was on the hard finish. Don't often mess up technical finish, so rare treat for everybody. The dancer is interesting because it's built off of a lot of like interwoven combos and stuff that you don't look at. You want to make sure that you're getting all your dances in. You want to make sure that you are, doing the right steps. You want to use up your feathers accordingly. Feathers are generated by abilities that are propped off of other abilities. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of like, it's very mobile, and it requires a lot of attention. And a lot of peacocks. Thousands of peacocks died to make this class run. I don't know if I actually need that, but I'm taking it. I should be casting Peloton, but it's on my keyboard, and I just don't want to. And the only thing it does is it drags children to their doom. I don't know how true that is about Peloton. That was a joke. If anyone's got a Peloton out there, contact them. Check your user guide. I don't know. There's something extremely amusing to me about this big cat to start with. Just flippy dipping around when he's like, I cast dark magic. I'm just extremely fancy. And it worked. It's effective. It just goes to show you, John Lithgow was right, dancing is dangerous. This section of trash here is such a nothing section too, because it's like it could just be taken out and be fine. The thing that's cool about it is you see your NPC allies having little interactions and attacking people. Pippin and Lice over here. Lice? Lisa? Like Lise? I genuinely don't know. I keep capping in my spree gauge, and I think I just realized it's because I hit 84 and I make so much more of it now. The fact that I am in a time when I'm playing a male dancer in a game, and I'm throwing peacock feathers around and I'm pirouetting to do damage is a real treat. Just all that I ever wanted. What a time to be a godless sodomite. Alright, one last group of mobs. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance. I've never sung that song in my life. I don't know why I did it this time. Okay. I attacked wrong. It was me that was wrong. Oops. See, this is why I say I look bad, because I'm definitely missing rocks and stuff. But I don't care. Okay, this is gonna kill him. Please help me. Please help me. I can't help it. I'm just way too intimidating. Another dom, sir. Whoop. Zippity boot. So you have this thing called the Esprit Gauge that builds off of your combo attacks, especially your procced combo attacks, which is like a 50% possibility. And also the combo attacks of whatever ally is your dance partner. And it used to be extremely random and extremely slow, which was fine because I feel like the potency was higher on Saber Dance because that's what it powers. But it is much faster now, and I find myself using Saber Dance all the time. Oops. Which is nice, but I have been capping my Esprit Gauge for like the first time ever. Just use these. I got a ring. I knew I needed that ring. One of the reasons why I'm here is to get Gia. Get Gia, kid. Oh, I forgot to cast Devilment Pride. Devilment. I don't really need to be using this here. I could have saved these cooldowns, but the next boss is not tough. Which is Dr. Luge, looking a little bit like his Final Fantasy 2/4 equivalent. This tank has clearly been here before in some way. I wonder if this is an alt. I was worried because last time I ran this with the new tank, it was so slow. But this tank is good. Oh, you've been here before. You ain't new. And Avant is, I feel like I put too much stank on these dancer abilities, but I just love doing it. Like I should say Cascade instead of Cascade. But Unavant is a very, very good movement ability. It really makes the dance what it is. It's very fun. Right. So here I'm going to start to drown. But I'm going to let it get up to 3 stacks before I turn into a frog. And then I'm going to turn back. And did some people not know the requirements here? Looks like it. Okay, let's see if we can survive this. Turn them into my dance partner. So keep them cheered up. To actually play this game. I wasn't ready for that. If this tank knows what they're doing as a Gunbreaker, I thought that this would be easy peasy lemon squeezy because Gunbreakers get a lot of self-heal. I'm just going to try to keep them alive. Standing in AoEs? Okay. Let's stop being judgmental. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Alright. Now I'm going to mini myself to get under these, which I think is one of the funniest abilities in this game. Forgetting to cast Devil Launch. I actually need it. No, get under. Okay, there you go. Good job. Stay under. Now I'll go back. Okay, 2 Saber Dances. Ugh, we're at 50%. He's not doing much to us. Actually, use that. When was the last time we used Second Wind as a dancer? That's why it's not even on my bar. This might be a time to use improvisation. Yeah, I can. And get it up to full 4. There we go. healing is intense. This is so stressful. Okay. Get some damage out of this thing. It does something. What? Alright. Do I lose damage because of that? I'm just gonna wait to cast my doodles until I'm back to normal. There we go. Speed. Alright, let's do some burst. Bink, 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 bink. There. Boops. Boops, boops. That fish. It's not actually called boops, boops. Is this wrong? Should we have just wiped so we could do it? I always feel bad when somebody has to miss the fight. I wonder if I should. Oh no, she's almost at full. She's good. I'm gonna do improv. Do improv. Give me an occupation. I should probably just wait for this to end, but I'm feeling impatient. No one use weapon skills. Okay. Save advance. I think we're almost there. Boom. Oh, I thought that would kill him. There we go. It was fun. I should have grabbed that for my ninja. Yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. Nothing so much as even a thank you. Maybe they're annoyed with us. I do kind of feel bad. It doesn't often happen to me, but when it does, like when we finish the fight for some reason, I don't know, it makes me feel bad. Like when somebody used to have a tank pet, I would finish dungeons. I would carry like dungeon bosses, and I don't know, it made me feel bad. Like people should get to learn it and play it, but I can't sit here waiting for people to be alive. Nope. Nope. Yeah, this dude knows the pulse. Or maybe. I don't know. Stop gendering the video game characters, Robert. Okay. Start off with this. Gauge goes up fast now. I feel like I'm a little bit more on high alert, like I was talking more earlier, but after that last fight, I got stressed out. We need to get this treasure box in case there's shit in it. Is there? Nope. I love the dances because they're so fancy. They do so much damage. I love burst. I always love the idea of like dot base classes. Bursty classes. which is so funny too because Summoner was always my main, and I always was kind of disappointed in it because it didn't do a ton. And then they started to move towards that and move towards that, and then in this aspect they were like, what if it was a cannon and you didn't have any cast time? Which was extremely fan service for me specifically. And then surprisingly, the last boss of this thing is Animal from Final Fantasy X. I don't normally watch the cutscenes, but I want to see a little bit of this because it's so cool. Definitely one of my favorite summons. And pretty true to form, just like scaled up. Just so nasty. Why are you so nasty? I wonder if they'll do it in a trial version of this. I would like that. Because it's kind of weird. Like for this and the Maga Sisters, it kind of sucks that you have to go through the whole thing in order to fight them. But I love trials. I love trials. And for those of you who don't know, the trials are basically big boss fights, like 10-minute boss fights that are higher difficulty and usually require a lot more skill, and I love it. I love the trials. Not always. I just like a big boss. I like big bosses. That was awful. I'm 1,000 years old. Well, this guy isn't actually that hard. The first character. It was so hard. I died 1 billion times. Let's see, the stage is... Oh, gotta get out of that. I know you're supposed to go forward, but it doesn't really matter to me. But they clearly influenced the samurai incorrectly. Saberdance. I don't remember what Imperator. Oh. It's that thing that ruins my If you've never seen Anima before, you don't know that Anima has a nasty bottom half. Eee. Whales of Lamentation call forth chaotic energy. You and me both, right? Mondays. Oh, it is Monday. So this is just a DPS check. Whenever you see a bottle like that, it's a DPS check. This one is especially tough because it is actively trying to kill you the whole time. Please don't let me get targeted by that thing. I hate that thing. Oh, it's me. That ability is so annoying to get away from because it doesn't telegraph once it starts following how big the ability is. And it's big. I've seen so many people die in this dungeon. This is the only challenging fight of the dungeon. And it's not really that challenging. It's really honestly that ability, I think. At least they're trying to bring me up. Final Fantasy is different from MMOs that I've played in that death is to be expected. Pepsis? Isn't that bad? Isn't that a negative? Oh no, I've got Pepsis! Can I have a Coke? Oh, I'm sorry, we only have Pepsis. I'm fine, I'll have an iced tea. Oop, oop, run, run! Too happy with my Coke or Pepsis joke. Yeah, after this, though, this guy is a pro. He doesn't really have anything big left. It's just about properly learning the abilities. Like, for Lunar Nail, you just need to get to the corner where there aren't any of the doodles. See? And then the glow. This dude's name being Thick Cream is really hurting me on a psychic level. Listen, I'm just trying to get to 85 here so I can go to Toggle Phone or whatever. Banaspati? Manicotti? Just gonna use the big outfit. There isn't big coming up, but it'll help the unit. Oh, there is something big coming up. It's almost like I know. I don't. This thing with the chains, you just have to get far enough where it's not going to push you, or pull you to your doom, to your demise. To your demise, Lovato. You know Lovato is non-binary, right? Am I thinking of the right person? I should just only use they pronouns for everybody, because the only people that are getting annoyed by it are, like, uppity cis people. That's right. Glow. Short for Gloria. Okay, so apparently I leveled up. That's Anima. I'll watch him turn into purple goo. Oh, it's terrible! All of this game is interesting because all of the big bosses basically are Tulpas. The cream. Everybody loves thick cream, thick cream. Is that Thaumaturge? I'll pass on it. I don't want it. Soup. So that's Tower of Babil. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna do my little pose. Aha! You know, I don't know. Hope you liked it. Have a good one. This is Rob Sagimura. This is the Gay Bear Game Cave, and I think I played pretty badly, but at least I look bad doing it.